You've been trained to explain, not to influence. Why your updates sound like a report, not a recommendation, and what to do instead. Welcome back to the Confident Woman Lead podcast, the place for Black women who are done playing small in rooms that overqualified to lead. If you're working hard but still getting passed over, if you want to get promoted but you're not quite sure how, or maybe if you're stuck in the middle and you want to get into senior executive leadership, this is where you learn to shift from being the doer, being the person who gets results, to being seen and respected as a leader. Today's episode, one line. You've been trained to explain, not to influence. So let's talk about it. You're in the room, you're doing the work, you're giving all the right updates. So why aren't you seen as leadership? Let me tell you why. You've been trained to explain, not to influence. This is not a personality trait. That's a system strategy. And if you don't learn to shift that, you'll keep sounding like the staff, even though you should be seated at the head of the table. Let's walk through a meeting together, shall we? It's your turn to speak. And what do? You give a status update. You list your task. You explain the process. You use words like, I just wanted to share. And when it's over, they nod, maybe even smile, then they move on. No follow-up, no deeper questions, no power shift. Because you didn't communicate your value, you reported on your work. That's survival language. That's what you were taught to do. Be prepared. Don't mess up. Make sure you cover everything. But here's the thing. Leaders don't explain. Leaders influence. If you're a Black woman in corporate, you've been told your whole life to over-prepare. It was hidden in the messages twice as hard, to bring receipts, to show all your work in detail. And that is what made you excellent, but it also made you invisible. Because the more you explain, the more you sound like you're trying to earn space instead of commanding. They don't promote approval seekers. They promote decision makers. And the truth is, they don't hear power when you sound like you're asking for permission to speak. Here's what they're not telling you. You're not getting skipped over because you're not smart enough. You're getting skipped over because you're using the wrong language at the wrong level. There's a shift that has to happen in your communication. You've got to move from reporting to recommending, from explaining what happened to directing what's next, from survival to strategy. That shift, that's called power language in corporate. It's not about changing your tone. It's about changing your positioning with your words. That's what I teach inside of the Confident Woman Lead Impact Collective. It is a core part of our curriculum. So, if you're sitting in meetings giving perfect updates, but your name never comes up for promotion, this is why. If your emails are clear, but nobody moves, this is why. If your team loves you, but your org still skips over you, this is why. It's not your confidence, it's not your credentials, it's your communication. And if you don't change the way you speak, nothing else changes. Inside of Power Language in Corporate, I teach you how to reframe, reposition, and redirect conversations so you stop sounding like the staff and start being treated and respected like a leader. This is a core part of what we do inside of CWL. Our membership for Black women ready to move with power and intention at work. We're not just giving you confidence, we're giving you the communication skills that get you recognized, promoted, and paid. Join us now. The link's in the show notes. And if you're not ready, that's okay. But don't say nobody ever told you, because today I just did. Remember, Confident Woman Lead, because we know when it's time to level up. I love you, sis. Let's get to work.